Good day, everyone. Good day, everybody, where you're joining us from. I hope you're well. Let me make sure that I don't have a mustache today. I think I don't have a mustache today. Good morning. Wherever you're joining us, we just want to thank you for joining us and welcome to our live session. Greetings wherever you may be. I am just returning from a live motivational talk. I lecture somewhere every week on Wednesdays, and today's session was really good, and I just thought I should come in here and place a demand, a call to action to the young people of this nation to stand up and do several things. Before I go further into my call to action, we welcome to those joining us from Australia, wherever you're joining us from. You are very welcome. We welcome you. Before I go any further, I want to make a few preambles in terms of where I see our nation, in terms of some of our personal agenda items, and above all in terms of the psychological things, environments that affect us on a day-to-day basis. It's like this. A Zambian youth is born in a family of 3 or 4 or 5. They are schooled in a preschool where they are taught how to count from 1 up to 10, how to memorize and recite the 26 letters of the English alphabet. Then grade 1 up to grade 7, they are taught additions, multiplications, subtractions, and divisions. They are taught a bit of English. They are taught a bit of history through civics. After that, we sit for an exam at grade 7. When we pass certain cutoff point, we are then sent to secondary school, where we are taught the basics of secondary education. We sit for another exam at grade 9. We pass, we are given options to do sciences, to do agriculture, biology, chemistry, physics, literature, and so on and so forth. For those who are really bright, they are even given a chance. I'm not sure if it still happens at Hillcrest, at David Kaunda. We are taught those who are really brilliant, they can go ahead and do additional mathematics and whatnot. And for a lot of people, that is their highest level of education these days, grade 12. A long time ago, you could get what is now a degree job at grade 12 level. Nowadays, you need to have at least a diploma for you to get a reasonable job. If you are just a grade 12 these days, you will not really achieve much. So today I literally came to call upon the Zambian youths and to remind you that the future of Zambia is in your hands. The future of Zambia is in your hands. Yes, certain aspects of our economy may be mismanaged. Certain aspects of our political lives may be mismanaged. But at the end of the day, the future is in your hands. You can determine today what type of future you want to have. Do you want to have a future that is going to be positive, motivational? Do you want a future that is going to be one where you are just following the dreams of others. You see? Do you want a future where every day you are waking up to certain pages to read the latest information, to find out what is trending when you are the one who's supposed to be trending? I think we have surrendered our happiness for far too long to others. We have surrendered our joy to others. We have surrendered our employment to others. There are youths right now waiting for a job to be advertised. You are waiting for a company to advertise a job for you to go and do. Meanwhile, when you are an accountant by profession, you are a marketer by profession, you are a chartered banker by profession, you are a pastor by profession, you are an entrepreneur by profession, but you are waiting for someone to hire you. Or you are waiting for a certain party to come in power and hire you. You are waiting for a certain member of parliament to call you back, for a certain councillor to give you a favor. You are waiting for your uncle to do you one up. I came today to tell Zambian youths, the future is in your hands. The future is in your hands. And I'm not even touching the political future yet. I want to talk about the economic future first of all. Because let me tell you, there is no politics without economics. And some of you youths of Zambia, you've been spending your time on spiritual futures. You are a very rich person spiritually. You are a very rich person spiritually. Rich in scripture. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans that I have for you, plans of good and not of evil, to give you a hope and a future. Philippians 4:4, the joy of the Lord. No, Philippians 4:4, yes, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Nehemiah 8:10, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Philippians 4:23, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You are rich spiritually, but you are doing nothing. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, but you are doing nothing. You are doing nothing. You just quoted a scripture that says you can do all things, but you are not doing anything. You are a young person in Zambia doing nothing, doing a bunch of nothing. Huh? So you are rich spiritually, but financially you are poor. You are rich on paper. Zambia, you are rich on paper. But financially, this nation is the poorest nation I've ever seen. Don't even come to me and say Zambia has the most copper, Zambia has the most water. It's like how I get bored when I go to these ministerial statements where people are saying, 30% of the water in southern region is in Zambia. For sake, man. For sake, man, you are wasting my time. If 30% of the water is in Zambia, why are the people in Chirenje still putting water on their heads? In Chirenje, right there are houses without flushable toilets. In Chirenje. Because we are not rich economically. We are not rich economically. We are rich spiritually. We have scriptures. We are a country declared a Christian nation. Remember, I said declared, not practicing Christianity. Because if we are really, really practicing Christianity as a nation, the poor in our country would not be suffering. The widows would not be suffering. If we are really practicing Christianity, the monies that are supposed to be given every month to elderly women that has been mismanaged and squandered by people who call themselves Christians, it wouldn't happen. If we were really a Christian nation, corrupt leaders would be in jail. If we were really a Christian nation, our taxes would be lower. If we were really a Christian nation, perpetrators of violence would be arrested regardless of their political affiliations. If we were really, really a Christian nation, pastors, Zambian pastors, would be fighting for Zambians. So, Zambian youths, I want you to wake up and grab your economic share of this nation. And the reason I came to tell you that today is no one will give you your economic future. No one will give you your economic future. No one will give you your economic future. I repeat, no one will give you your economic future. In fact, the way the economy works, by the way, the definition of economics, it's the management study or the study of resources and their distribution amongst competitive users. That is the definition of economics. The study of resources and their distribution amongst competitive users. So if economics is the study of resources, Iwe, what are you studying? What are you studying? Let me tell you, there is no fight we are going to fight and win if we are economically disadvantaged. And by being economically disadvantaged, it means you are not in the marketplace. You are not participating in the marketplace. You are not doing anything to add value to yourself. And the trouble with the way things are is we can blame so many people. We can blame so many people, 1 million people. I am poor because I was not given a job. I'm poor because my father was poor. I'm poor because this government didn't do what it said it would do. I'm poor, and I understand all of that. But my question is, if they bring in your favorite government, will you be rich? Will you be rich as a youth in Zambia? And some of you are listening to me right now. Your TV is on. Your internet is on. Your phone is on. You are listening to 3 things at the same time. What are you? A skyscraper where you need wind blowing from everywhere. And the truth is, if we the youths are not economically empowered, we are not morally upright and straight, even when we take over to lead this nation, it will be the same malaise and the same quagmire, the same bogged down, because imiti ikula empanga. Njoka ingono na njoka ikulu, zonse ni njoka. Zonse ni njoka. And I came today to remind you, young person, what is in your hands? What has God given you that you can be doing right now to get ahead? What are you doing right now? Are you plaiting people's hair? Are you ashamed of certain jobs because you have a degree? Let me tell you, money never chooses. Impia tashisala. Money doesn't say, ine ninachoka mukukumba mi God. Money never says, nachoka mukukumba mi God. As a young person, you cannot start a political revolution if economic wise, you don't have anything to do with money. Imwene mpia mwalilaka. You, money has no relationship with you. It's not about just protesting. Justin says we should just protest in the streets. These people have taken us for granted. Justin, this is Zambia, my friend. America. The laws of America and the laws of Zambia are different, my friend. They are different. So even this thing of let's just protest, there are procedures in Zambia. For you to protest, you must first of all apply to the police to get a permit. You must write a letter. When the police give you a letter to say, permission to say, go and do this protest, then you can go and do the protest. This country is not the same like America. In America, one of the rights they have is a right to protest. In Zambia, it's not in our Bill of Rights. Protesting is not in our Bill of Rights. In America, they even have what they call the 5th Amendment, where you can even keep quiet. When the police ask you a question, you have the right to remain silent. It's your right to remain silent. Here in Zambia, you don't have the right to remain silent, bwana. They even say, uzakambira kusogol. Chaya says he even stopped us from proceeding to Lusaka. Yes, when we were coming from Kafue, wherever we were coming from. You should know the reality of Zambia, my friend. Zambia is not like these other countries. Zambia has laws. And most of the laws in Zambia are very bad laws when it comes to freedom. I'll give you an example. There is a law in Zambia called Public Order Act. And let me tell you about this Public Order Act. This Public Order Act was enacted by the Britons to prevent Africans from protesting, from gathering, from demanding certain things that they wanted to achieve on their own. Okay? So they put in place a Public Order Act. And basically this act states, and I'm not a lawyer so I may miss one or two things, but this act states you are not allowed to be found in any gathering of more than 2 people propagating anything that may cause disturbances in a nation. It's a Public Order Act. Public order. It's an act designed to bring order in public. Simple. When MMD was fighting UNIP complained about the Public Order Act because MMD complained to UNIP about the Public Order Act. UNIP complained to the Britons about the Public Order Act. PF complained to MMD about the Public Order Act. UPND is complaining to the PF about Public Order Act. Whoever will come will complain to whoever was about the Public Order Act. A Public Order Act is like a razor you don't need that is contaminated by an infectious disease. And then when you buy the house, you discover you need to cut a certain button on your jacket. And you go and get that razor and you start using it again. So I came to you today to say, that let's go and protest. We go and protest. Some of you na ngufia transport money yakoba timunine bus. Muiso koko inekuma protesting. Tamwa tena transport money. That's my point today. You see, let me tell you one thing. Even if you remove whoever you may want to remove from whichever seat you may want them to come out from, if you yourself have no vision for your life, you are just the same as that same person. And some of you are busy saying, "Balataba vision, anati uzaeka talibe vision, ujalibe vision, alibe vision." Never mind who has no vision. Iwe, show us your vision. Show me your vision. What are you doing right now with your life? Right now to show me that Mubita Nawa, this is what I'm doing with my vision. What are you doing right now to produce something right now to make money? To make money, to change this economy, because according to the laws of economics, each one of us must produce. Each one of us must bring something to the table. One of the reasons this country is poor is because the youth of Zambia have got a poor mindset. They have got a poor mindset. You only went to school to memorize Shaka Zulu, Dingizwayo, Zindezawa, whatever Mussolini, whatever Hitler when he died. You went to memorize when Britain colonized Jamaica, when Jamaica colonized Liberia, when Liberia colonized Australia, when Australia went to bed with South Africa. That's what you went to school to do. But I'm here to tell you, by my friend, all of that was junk. All of that was junk, my friend. Life here on the street where us we live. Where us we live. Life on the street, my friend, requires 3 things. 1, you must have a vision for yourself to say, aya ndiye manso penya yanga, ivi ndiye venulanga na kusogoro, neo nikafika 30, nifuna nikachite tate na tete, nifuna nikachite tero na tero, neo nikafika 40 years, nifuna nikachite so chabi, neo nifuna nikakwatili, neo nikafuna nikagule kafamu koko, nifuna so, aya ndiye manso penya yanga ya. This is what I want to do. Njemi zezo yangu, njoi into yonde andati ndigachite umbere. Jonda nda uchita umbere ze kona zende batakuyeza ze nakona mu upulo waka ni upula kuti nieze chwana niyo nyalera mwasana niyo bataman mahento niyo batamangman niyo eza. These are my plans as a youth. This is what I want to do. This is my vision for my country Zambia. This is my vision for my country Zambia. Some of you, even if we gave you today, I'd say, okay, become the president of Zambia. Become the president of Zambia today. become the president of Zambia, the dollar rate will go to 70. The dollar rate will go to 70. Some of you, if we even just gave you counselor fee, counselor, become a counselor in your ward. Yeah. The corruption, you start giving plots to all your ex-girlfriends. You start giving plots to all your girl. You call Melissa, Tamara, Musomali, what was the other girlfriend of yours? Tombizana. You will call them without taking a plot. Why? Because right now as a youth, right now as a young person, you are practicing corruption yourself right now. Right now. So if you are practicing corruption right now yourself, what do you think the ministers will do? What do you think the ministers will do? If you yourself are lazy right now, what do you think the economy will do? I came today to remind young people, arise economically. Arise economically. Start going to Soweto, order tomato, sell. Start ordering chickens, roast them, sell. Start doing, add value to any chain that you see, and you say to yourself, I'm going to be part of the production unit of Zambia. I am going to forget about my degrees. Some of you, all you do all day long is to look at your degree. Graduated 20 Shan from Nipa, graduated from Unza, graduated from Hon, Nech Sungu, Mwarikwatana slang. You even slang. Even us who have even lived in America, na slang itatwa kwata. Iwe you slang. You've never even been beyond the Charleston roundabout to go to the airport. You've never, but you've got slang. What is your slang doing? What is your slang doing for you, your mother, your children? And let me tell you, Bane, at the end of the day, dictators will come, dictators will go. Visionless leaders will come, visionless leaders will go. Corrupt governments will come, corrupt governments will go. At the end of the day, life is about your personal vision. Muntu your personal vision. If you wemwine fish ulefa okushitapa life pamobe. What do you want to achieve on your own? What do you see yourself achieving on your own? It's not even about which party you belong to. Excuse me. You can belong to the brightest party in the world, but if you are the dullest person in the world, that party will not even prosper, because you are a liability. You are a liability to the party. You are the liability to the nation. And some of you young people, to do the right thing for yourself, do the right thing for Zambia, and arise, young people. Arise. I tell you. It's only now to Wamboku Shivan. There was a time SOS had me. They had 3 of our vehicles to take about how many kids? About 120 kids somewhere to Siavonga, down in the mountains there. And me, I was driving the Marco Polo. I had Zulu behind in a Rosa. I had Mike behind in the train bus. And we took the SOS kids with trailers. And little did we know that where we were going, it was off-road. And when we reached there, the Marco Polo couldn't go inside because of angles and angulation and adulation and gradiency and all of that. And so in short, we jumbled. And I found myself putting on an overall, getting under that bus. The kids from SOS looked and they said, is this Mubita Nawa? Is this Mubita Nawa? And I was speaking with death in my mouth. Yes, this is Mubita now. Did I say to myself, I have a master's degree? I have a what? I was on TV yesterday. I was on what? No. Life does not respect which school you went, my friend. Life respects your economic empowerment. When the CEEC was giving out loans to Zambians, I never applied to CEEC to get a loan. I never applied to CEC to get a loan because me, I hate government loans. I hate government loans. I hate government money. I hate free money. I was not raised like that. And a lot of people who applied to get CEC loans, I'm telling you right now, their businesses are not doing well. I am telling you, show me 2, I'll show you 20 who are not doing well. I'm not saying no one is doing well. I am saying to you. So what are you saying? We all know he stopped you from proceeding to Lusaka. Yeah, but innocent, grow up. Aye. Mulanda vintu vishkwete nenchito. Mulanda vintu vishkwete nenchito. So, I was saying to you, you've even made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, I was saying, look at everybody that got free money from government. Show me what they've done with that money. Nothing. Nothing. And some of you, even you are listening to me, you are a young person. The only job you want is to go into government. And the only reason you want to go into government is so that ukeve government, because you know that there is no accountability in government. And in government, people want to steal from government because no one will chase who. Because who will chase who when the chaser has also stolen? Who will fire who when the firer has also stolen? That's how government works. And so you want to go to government so that you can steal. Some of us are blessed because we had the bosses. We had the bosses who put pressure on us to have personal visions. I have told you before about my former boss, Mr. Douglas Rose. That man changed my life. I will always honor that man, Douglas Rose, because Douglas Rose put a demand on me. Douglas Rose said to me, Mubita, you want to be late. Mubita, you want to do this. Mubita, you want to have excuses. Mubita. And so in the end, even when I was working Mubank, when my friends would sign up for fake overtime, I would say, no, I'm not coming for overtime. I'm going to run my business. You are signing up for fake overtime to get 100 kwacha. Me, I'm going to run my business. I'll get 300 kwacha. I'll get 300 kwacha in my own business. So, my dear friends in Zambia, let us arise and empower ourselves economically so that there is no political party that will abuse us ever again, that will steal from us ever again. Because, my friend, the borrower is a slave to the lender. The borrower is a slave to the lender. Huh? The borrower is a slave to the lender. And as long as you are poor, you will always be the slave to the rich person. Somebody says, Mr. Nawa, remember it's difficult for fine, honest brains to be in a corrupt society. Yes, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to be honest when you are around corrupt people. It's very difficult. So you have to choose which people you want to be around, because scripture doesn't lie. Bad company corrupts good character. Bad company corrupts good character. So you have to choose to yourself and say, who do I want to be around? Who do I want to be around? I remember even as a motivational speaker, people always ask me, Mubita, why don't you come and meet with us? Why don't you come and chill with us so that we can go and get contracts? Come and chill with us. Contracts. My friend, I'm not coming to drink to get a contract. No, I'm going to work hard and give myself a contract as a father of my children and as a citizen in this nation, so that each one of us becomes accountable. As long as we are a society of lazy people who want shortcuts and corruption, what we are seeing in the political world, we will always see it, no matter which party comes, my friend. Because remember, when NIP went, MMD promised us a clean political party. You know what we got. When MMD went after 20 years, PF promised us a clean political party. You know what we got. And after 10 years of PF, no matter who will promise us what, Zambians, no matter who will promise us what, Zambians, as long as our mindset does not change, the results will always be the same. You cannot change the end product without changing the raw materials. Somebody says, 1 hour. We can also have individual vision, but also policymakers must be genuine and make good policies. I agree with you. Because if you have an individual vision, but you live in a society where citizens are overtaxed, then there's nothing good there. Which is the case now. We are overtaxed. And the people who are taxing us, they are taxing us because they have stolen so much money, they need more taxes to pay themselves. That's the problem. You see? Somebody here says, have you drifted away from the gold issue? No, we have not drifted away from the gold issue. The gold issue is there. The petition is there. And right now we are at 3,800 signatures. Like we said, this gold petition started a week and a half ago. Okay, and we gave ourselves 10 to 14 days to finish the petition. So we have not drifted away from the gold issue. Not at all. We are still talking about the gold issue. Sign the petition and share the petition. And thank you to everybody who has shared the petition. When we reach the desired number, which is 5,000 signatures, and we can reach that by weekend, I believe we will reach that. We shall then print out those signatures and submit the petition to the right relevant authorities and continue with our fight to get that gold into our hands. So we have not diverted from that gold issue, and we shall not divert from that gold issue. But I am asking us as young people to be wise, to be empowered, so that no one ever takes advantage of us ever again. The reason politicians have taken advantage of Zambians is because politicians always look for poor, ignorant, uneducated people they can manipulate. Do you hear me? As long as you are poor, as long as you are ignorant, as long as you are uneducated, you will always be taken advantage of. And that's why we need all the educated people to start participating in politics. Because politics, if we leave politics to poor people, then our nation will always be poorly managed. And our wealth, our gold, our magnesium, our manganese, our emeralds, our copper will always be managed and run by foreigners. And ZCCM Investment Holdings will always only have between 10% and 24% shares in any and every company. ZCCM Investment Holdings is happy just to have 10% shares in your own country. That's like a married man who is happy to see his wife once every 10 days. And the other 9 days, a man can be with your wife. What kind of a man are you? So, Zambian youths, awake, arise, get up, get active. Start talking, start participating in national issues, start reading, start empowering yourself, start researching, start working, save money, build houses for your children, invest in a mdadada, in a mansion, whatever, invest in a Corolla, in a Canter, in a Benz, invest in a education, a certificate, degree, diploma, master's, PhD, invest. All I'm saying to all of you young people, let us arise. Let us arise. And not be ignorant upstairs, because the greatest emancipation is not just political emancipation, it's economic emancipation. And economic emancipation starts with the brain. It starts with a hunger in your heart, a desire to say to yourself, I am going to be a part of the change that I want to see in my nation. And in order for me to see change politically, I must see change economically, I must see change spiritually, I must see change socially, and I must see change physically. I will put the link soon after I'm done with this post. And I don't know if Muzo is still online. Muzo, can you please post the petition online so that people can sign? People want to sign the petition. Please let us sign the petition. I believe by Sunday we will reach our 5,000 goal. We've done extremely well so far in a week and a half. We are over 3,500 signatures. We need to get it to 5,000 signatures. We shall fight that petition until the end, my friend. Like I told you, Zambia has funny laws. So you have to know how to maneuver. You can't just have zeal without wisdom. We need to have both zeal and wisdom. The Bible says, don't be like a runaway horse. Zeal without knowledge is like a runaway horse. We are not runaway locomotives. We are not runaway horses. We are not viwelewele. We are not candiles. We are not cadres. We are not cadres. We are not cadres. Tatuli ba candide. That's why in conversation, te aba candide yo. This is beyond a certain pay grade, my friend. This is beyond a certain mindset. This is beyond those who go to dance at the airport. Me, if I was even a leader, I would even cancel all those dancing to the airport. Why do you allow people to dance for you at the airport? Every time you come from a trip, you need people to be dancing for you. Nishi, what do you need? What does it make you feel like to have mothers dance at the airport? You were voted into power 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. You still need people to dance for you at the airport in 2020. What kind of mindset is that? How can a nation develop when mothers who are supposed to be in their fields plowing and planting seeds are busy dancing at the airport? When youths who are supposed to be manning machinery in factories are busy dancing at the airport? What kind of there should be a law banning cadarism in Zambia. There should be a law saying there are no cadres involved in Zambia from now onwards. Well, now, what I'm saying about the threats from Bowman to keep quiet, unless there is a threat I'm not aware of. Nawa, what's your take on the minister's ultimatum on the Biflo and Malembe to retreat their statements recently? I'm probably not aware of those. I am not aware. I will go ahead and listen to that. I am listening to so many people talking. I think there's something that I'm not aware of. I'll look at it and I will analyze it. So I don't want to comment over what I have not seen. So this is so many people talking about it. Clearly there's something on. I was in class in the morning, so I haven't heard about it. But here is the thing. Just to answer in a general term, I saw the video by Kings Malembe. I saw the video by Biflo. I've also done some videos. Chela has done videos. There are so many people who have done videos. And if the minister is saying no one should speak, I would like to remind the minister, Honorable Lusambo, that there was a time he was an MMD diehard person. And there was a time he used to speak. Mr. Lusambo used to speak. When Dr. Nebas Mumba came from Canada, and Dr. Mumba lost his job as ambassador to Canada, Mr. Lusambo went and received Mr. Mumba. So I do not know whether let me not say too much because I haven't heard his statement, and I don't think it is wise for me to comment over something I've not heard. But I just want to say freedom of speech is guaranteed in the Bill of Rights of Zambia. And as long as it is done in accordance with the law, in appropriation with the law, there is nothing wrong with freedom of speech. If the law has changed, we will be glad to follow the new law, because there's nothing you can do. The law of the land is the law of the land, and everybody must abide by the law of the land. But I think Spider-Man says Peter Parker was told by the Father that to whom much is given, with great power comes great responsibility. So I don't believe people who enjoyed certain freedoms in their ascent to power, I don't believe they should now stop others from expressing the same freedom that they enjoyed. Okay? And so freedom of speech is in the Bill of Rights of Zambia, in the Constitution of Zambia. If I left the Constitution of Zambia, maybe there was a sitting last night, we can be communicated to. Okay? We can be be committed to. So I will study that and I will get back to you. But today, like I said, I was in class today teaching. Today, I really just came to motivate young people to say, let us arise. Let us empower ourselves economically. Let us stand firm and get powerful as young people, especially financially, so that when the times come for proper decision making in the nation, we can participate as the people and we can be a part of the positive change of our nation. Because as long as youths, you are ignorant, you are poor, and you are without economic freedom, there is no other freedom that will work your way. So, thank you everybody for joining me. Somebody says Mr. Lusambo is intimidating you. Please be careful. He's so heartless. Chela has just spoken about it and he left us in the dark. Anyway, like I said, I don't know. I am completely not aware of what you guys are talking about. I thank you for bringing it to my attention. I will research. I just came online today from my lecture, and I shall continue to motivate young people of Zambia. I shall continue to encourage young people of Zambia, and I shall continue to enjoy the freedoms that are granted to me by the blood of our forefathers shed in the freedom struggle of Zambia. The national anthem says, "Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free." If my freedom has been taken away, if my pride has been taken away, please let me know. For today, guys, be empowered economically, be motivated spiritually, be motivated socially, be active. Don't be a lazy youth. Be a productive youth, so that the day you become a minister, you will be a minister with good examples. You will be a minister who inspires people. The day you become a president, you will be a president with a personal agenda and a personal vision. You will be a productive person. The day you will be a counselor, there will be no corruption in your life. The day you do whatever you want to do with your life, you will be up there doing the right thing for yourself, for your nation, and for your God. It starts now. It does not start when you are promoted. Greatness does not start when people can see you. Greatness starts right now where you are as a youth. Sharpen yourself, develop yourself, start a business, pursue your business, do something great for your family, do something great for yourself. That's the most important thing in life. All this thing about politics and whatnot might be important to a certain degree, but when every young person in this nation rises up to produce good things for this country, we shall have nothing but an amazing country and an amazing continent. Have a blessed day, and thank you for joining us on this live session. This is your friend and brother Mubita Nawa. Stay productive. Let's change our nation. Stay motivated. Let's transform our history. Stay abundantly blessed and never give up. We'll talk to you next time.